When you want a clean, minimalist, beautiful, tasteful watch, the Max Build Design Junghans is the answer. There's no disputing that. Even in the Chronoscope layout, like this one, it's still a minimalist. It's very simple, tastefully done, just beautiful, great wearable watch. Big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces, the authorized dealer of Junghans, and over 60 other brands, including Doxa and Seiko, and the list goes on and on. I'll put a link to this watch down below, as well as a direct link or direct contact information to get a hold of my guy, Tyler. Tell him I sent you. Anybody at Exquisite Timepieces is more than capable and competent to help you with whatever you're looking for. Tyler's my contact. So I recommend Tyler, but the reality is you don't even have to talk to anybody. You can go to the website, click on this watch that I provide the link down below, and buy it now, and they will process it, send it to you. No problem. Most of their stuff, if I'm not mistaken, they second day or next day, or depending on the circumstances. So everything's really fast. Everything's well done. Exquisite Timepieces is a powerhouse in the watch industry. And that's not always a good thing. Sometimes you can be a powerhouse, but lose that personal touch. And Exquisite still has that. Like, I talk to the people there all the time. Like, I text with them, I call them, all of that stuff. I go down and visit them in Naples. Why would you not? It's a beautiful area. Anyway, let's get into the watch. So, the Junghans Chronoscope Max Bill Bauhaus design. Beautiful watch. Case, 40 millimeter. Perfect for this dial size and everything. The lug to lug is a short 42 millimeter. So yeah, it'll fit even the smaller wrist, no problem. The thickness is only 14.5. I say only because for most people, 14.5 is still on the thicker side of things. But you got to remember, this is an automatic chronograph with a fat crystal on this thing. I mean, that is a very nice looking crystal. 20 millimeter lug opening. So you have plenty of options there if you would like. But I think this really nice leather tan strap just adds to the simplicity, the minimalist design of it. It's not overbearing in one point. Nothing screams, hey, look at me, I'm this crazy orange dive watch. It's just a clean chronograph watch. Just does that and nothing else. 5.5 millimeter push-pull crown. It has a 5 Atmos or 50 meter water resist. So yeah, you can get caught in the rain with it. You can wash your hands and stuff like that. Let's just keep it to that though. And definitely don't operate the pushers or the crown at all in a wet environment. So the movement inside here is the J880.2. It's based off the ETA Valjoux 7750. Has the date, and then it is a chronograph setup, of course. And then at the top subdial, that's your 30-minute subdial. See the M on the bottom there? That's to let you know that's the minutes. That's keeping track of the minutes. I'm running the chronograph. See the H on the bottom one? That's to let you know that's the hours. So it's a 12-hour counter for the chronograph as well. These are made in Germany. There is a little bit of loom, so we'll do the loom shot. I think it's just at the cardinal positions and on the handset. It's very minimal, just like everything else on the watch. The movement, full wind, will be about 48-hour power reserve. Price point on this thing's under the $3,000 mark, but not too far under. It is, after all, a more entry luxury, if you will. I think I consider it luxury. I think it's a beautiful watch, and I think it should be considered luxury. Full polish case back, a little smudgy. Let's pop it on wrist so we can see what that looks like. And of course, we'll do a loop shot. There we go. I don't know why. I'm a car guy, so I always think of cars, and I'm probably way off base on this, but every time I see one of these, I think vintage air-cooled Porsche, because they also have the kind of same vibe in my mind anyway. They're minimalist, they're simple, but they perform well and they look amazing. And they're just a timeless design. I think that's basically why I calculate Junghans designs typically with like an old air-cooled Porsche. Or if you can find a more affordable Junghans, then maybe the Beetle. A tricked out Beetle is basically a Porsche, right? Same thing. Jeremy Clarkson would say that. Anyway, let's give this a quick blast with the UV light to stimulate the lumen, because it is minimal. Oh, before we do that, let's reset the chronograph. Very tactile, snaps right back in place. Beautiful watch. There's the lumen. So we have double dots at the 12 o'clock position, 60 minute, whatever you want to call it. So you have your orientation, and then as minimal as it is on those dots and the hour and minute hand, they look like lightsabers, man. They glow. So well done. Thanks for watching. Big thanks to Exquisite Timepieces for sending this over so I can check it out, and then you guys get to look at it. See you on the next one.